And here's our host, Brian KRUSE.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you, King. I see you out there, King. Your King is like, start right now. Good to see you, King. Welcome back. We got the build going now, King. What do you think about this? It's always kind of crazy. We're still working out some bells and whistles right now. KI, too, welcome back. Good to see you, too. Welcome back to King with KRUSE. You probably heard a voice out there you haven't heard before, guys, but welcome for the very first time to Kickin with KRUSE, my co-host from over on the KRUSE CONTROL show. Everybody, welcome back for the first time, Mr. GR Waters. What's up, GR?
Hey, Brian, what's up on a happy, I can't say that, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. I don't know what you were going to say, GR, but.
You do. Well, we're sure happy it's Thursday. Take the first letters.
Yeah, we're sure happy it's Thursday. It's good to be back. It's Thursday morning. A little bit more laid back here on Kickin with KRUSE, guys, of course. And we're used to, we had a show last night. It was fun last night, GR. We had the guys from Scene. Yeah, Scene Change.
Those guys were a hoot, man.
Yeah, they really were. If you guys want to go back on the You to the Webs, you can see there's all these little keywords I can't say, GR. So, you'll be learning about this. So I say the You to the Webs. I say the oil man when we're talking about your favorite person.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you, King. Good to see you. And there's a lot. And Pepe's here, too. Pep Star, how you doing, man? You doing good?
But why do you care?
Because I do care, man. I always care about you.
Where the females at?
There's no females here today, Pep Star. Calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay, all right? Happy to have you here, man. Welcome back.
Hey, you talk to the paw. The paw. And I have
Pepe's,
two of them.
Okay, Pepe. Pepe's fired up today, GR, isn't he? He's already fired up.
He's always fired up about something.
Guys, welcome to Kickin with KRUSE. So if you guys don't know, GR Waters is like my co-host over on the KRUSE CONTROL show. But I've known him for 10, 12
years.
Something like that. I know time goes by so fast. GR used to be, of course, GR's got a very long story. GR's done so much. I feel like GR's done everything. But GR was a radio, he was a radio DJ for years over in Hawaii. And GR, just tell people about yourself just a little bit before we dive into the show. And then you might have to say it more than once because you know how it goes on TikTok when people pop in. They might be like, who's this guy right here again? But get into it a little bit, GR.
Yeah, like you said, I was in the service and went to Columbia School of Broadcasting, not affiliated with CBS Incorporated, and got a job at a local radio station, KKUA, which is the Big 6-9, in Honolulu, Hawaii, and did that between tours in Vietnam and had a lot of fun. Did that for almost 6 years. And then made the stupid mistake of coming back to California.
I didn't mean to play the music.
It's all right. I was a cop for a while, and then my final job, I was a nurse.
Yeah.
I met. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
I said I love it, GR. You've done so much. That's all I was gonna say. It's just like there's so many stories and so much that you've done in your life. It's amazing. What's your favorite? What's your favorite thing you've done?
Actually, believe it or not, nursing.
Live that.
I always said that I had so many jobs because I'd get a job and I'd work like hell to master it for years.
Yeah.
And once I mastered a job, it became boring and I'd move on. And nursing, you can never master. I don't care how good you are, because there's always new diseases, new patients, new medicines, so. And I worked in the two best departments. I worked in psych with the crazy people and the ER.
Great. That's the psych stuff must have been insane though too. That's a lot. I can't even imagine. But it's probably also troubling to see some of the people too.
Oh, it was. I remember when I got hired at the hospital, they said, we're going to put you in psych. And I said, okay, why? And he said, with your background, meaning I was a Navy SEAL, as you know.
Yeah.
He says, with your background, you're crazier than the patients. I couldn't argue with that.
You're like, oh, come on. Oh, I was was a KI2 asks, do we know each other from the Valley? Well, GR was in the Valley, but I actually met GR before the Valley. We worked on a project called Harrison, which was a spinoff of Dexter, which I wrote. And it was a lot of fun. GR played a priest in there, a very evil priest, if you will.
I like to say I was a stereotype.
Stereotype priest, yep.
Yeah, a pedophile Catholic priest that not only kills his victims, he ate them.
He ate them too. It was a fun time. We did that though, KI2. So that Harrison's up online. It's on. If you look for Forest Lawn Films, that was their old production company. You can see it over there. I should probably attach that stuff to KRUSE CONTROL too, just to have it on the channel. Re-upload them over there. It'd be kind of fun. I probably should do that.
Oh yeah.
Right. Guys, always like, follow, share, join our algorithm here. If you guys give me some hearts, we got the hearts up here too. And, also the sharing goes a long way here on the Tick to the Talk, guys. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. King, you still here? King, how you doing today? Having a good day? GR, I'm happy to have you here. It's a whole different kind of format from what you normally do. A lot different. Kicking it in the morning. Pepe's happy to be here, right, Pepe? Yeah, Pepe, happy to be here. Pepe's not so fired up though, but he's still a little grumpy. I don't think Pepe slept enough last night, GR. I don't think he did.
Yeah, well, you know how he is.
I know.
Want to go out and hunt for some honeys?
We're not hunting for honeys right now, Pep Star. We're not doing that, okay? Good to have you guys back. But let's get this going though, guys. Good to have you here as always. Let's just do something just quiet off the top. Off top. So guys, I don't know if you saw this, but I always think this is fascinating with casting stuff. So Leonardo DiCaprio was actually up for Boogie Nights. I'm like, Boogie Nights, DiCaprio? I actually wouldn't mind to see that. But Mark Wahlberg was cast in the main role. But Paul Thomas Anderson actually wanted him officially before to be playing the lead part. And he said he turned it down because it was one of those opportunities. He was doing Titanic instead, but he still regrets that. He goes, I'll have to say this right now. It's one of the biggest regrets not doing Boogie Nights. It was a profound movie of my generation. I can't imagine anyone but Mark Wahlberg in it. But I finally got to see the movie and I thought, man, that was a masterpiece. Man, that's ironic that person asking the question asked this now, but it's ironic that I didn't take this because that would have been a great opportunity for his career, he said. But he's done so many things. Titanic really changed his life, if you ask me. And when you ask Wahlberg about this, Wahlberg says that he honestly was like, not that fond looking back at this. He goes, I always hope that God is a fan of me and also forgiving that I did this movie. So I know I get it because he had the whole genitalia thing that happened in there too, so maybe that's why he's upset about it too. But I don't know, man. You know what I mean, GR? There's also that.
Very TikTok stated genitalia thing.
Yes, I have to use it a little bit more PC. What's up, wheelchair gamer? A little bit more PC. Let me ask you a question, GR. Is your TV on?
Oh, I forgot about that.
All good. I hear a little bit of something in the background, and I'm just like, I hear something. So, it's okay, GR.
It's now muted.
How you doing, wheelchair gamer? Sorry I missed you last night. I had to build this, and then I also had to edit for our other show, and then I had to sleep. I don't sleep enough. A great topic for some time. Why Toy Story 4 took so long. I think Toy Story 4 that took so long because I don't think that. We mean 5 or 4 because there was a long gap between 3 and 4. There's even a longer gap between 4 and 5, which I think is because they try to redo all of the Buzz Lightyear thing. GR, right? They try to make a Buzz Lightyear movie that didn't do too well. No, there's love for it. There's hate for it. You didn't have Tim Allen in there. I know Tim Allen was upset about that too. But I think that's why, because there was not that good, I think they thought they were done too. And then someone must have been like, you know what? It's time for more Toy Story. Someone must have had the itch, GR. I don't know who it was. But what do you think? Who do you think had the itch? Somebody had the itch.
Yeah, some director said, okay, we got to do this. And they're bringing back one of my favorite characters.
Forky.
Forky, that's right.
You were saying Sporky, or no, someone was saying Sporky. Was that was Aaron last night said Sporky, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he said it should be Sporky, which technically he is a spork, but Forky sounds better.
It sounds better. I just love I just love. I always want to call him Buster because Tony Hale from Arrested Development. I always want to call him Buster. Buster, buddy, do you not do that in the patio? If you guys haven't watched Arrested Development, go check that out. That's a great show. It's so much fun. I think it's all on Netflix still. But DiCaprio though, DiCaprio on Boogie Nights. It's funny to hear like how these actors look at these sometimes. Like DiCaprio's like, I would have loved to have done that role. Mark Wahlberg's like, I'm embarrassed by this a little bit too. I mean, I get it. Everybody actor looks back at things differently. But that was a big role for Mark Wahlberg, wasn't it, GR? Are you surprised that he's not as fond about it as other people are?
Well, it was a time thing, one guy's busy doing just something that made him world famous with a thing called, I don't know, the Titanic.
Right.
And Wahlberg's career got started because of, Boogie Nights.
Yeah, that was really like the big thing for him, like Dirk Diggler, right?
Yeah. Well, both of those movies really kick-started the career of both those actors.
Yeah, they were super young back then, and they were massive hits. And I think that they were both meant to have those for a reason. That was like their big jump start for both their careers. And I mean, DiCaprio did what's Eating Gilbert Grape, of course, but it was really Titanic that put him on the map. That really like blew him up. He didn't want to be that heartthrob, and he became that heartthrob. It was like kind of funny.
What a bitch of a problem! Oh, sorry. Problem. What a problem to have, You're
okay. Wheelchair Gamer said yesterday we talked about Forky. Yeah, we did talk about Forky. And he said that's why it popped into his head about the whole Toy Story thing as well. Yeah, we were talking about Forky.
With Forky, you can have a real good tie-in, Brian.
A really good tie-in?
Tie-in. T-I-N-E.
Oh, boy, gee.
Sorry, that was my joke from last night.
I'll give you that. I know. I'm giving you a womp womp on that, and a round of applause. Give you both. But I think that at the end of the day, look at Mark Wahlberg in this picture from Boogie Nights. Look at that. Like I just
God.
Right. I just think that at the end of the day, though, like DiCaprio would have been, maybe it wouldn't have worked as well. Maybe that was made for it. When these actors sometimes say, I turned this down, I understand why it wasn't meant to happen, because you see how well that other person portrayed that role. And then it's like, okay, cool. This actor, maybe at that point at the time would have been, he could have done the role, but it was made for Mark Wahlberg, I think. So, you know what, DiCaprio?
When was that, Brian?
But Boogie Nights? It was in the 80s. Yeah. It was, man, what year did Boogie Nights come out? I think it was like 85, no, 86, something like that. 86.
Couple days ago.
Oh man, I was way off. 97. I was way off. I don't know why I thought it was the 80s. I guess those guys aren't. I guess we're trying to age these guys some more, aren't we, GR? We're trying to age them a little bit more.
Well, they are becoming older now,
Yeah, wheelchair game.
More youth deprived.
Thank you for that, Wheelchair Gamer. I appreciate that. I'm way off here. They are more youth deprived. I know GR doesn't like to use the name. Doesn't like to use aged here or old. We don't say old. We say youth deprived out there. But it's really funny. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with these guys. These guys have so much more they're doing. So I wouldn't be upset about, you turn a roll down, some other door opens. That's Hollywood. That's the business. It's like Will Smith was supposed to be in The Matrix, and he turned that down, and he did Wild West instead, and that was a massive hit for him, right?
Wild flop.
Yeah, wild flop. But you know what? But maybe that wouldn't have led him to do something else. Maybe he would have done that movie, and he wouldn't have done, I don't know, some other big movie, a franchise like Men in Black, maybe. So there's always a rhyme or a reason, I think, that doesn't happen in your career. But guys, great off the top there. It's a lot of fun. Mark Wahlberg. But there's a lot going on, as always, here on Kickin with KRUSE, guys. So I think it's that time. Doesn't matter if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. It is a Thursday. We got some breaking news. All right, guys, let's talk about the use of the webs. I know I'm not even supposed to say their name out loud while I'm here on TikTok, but a big thing happened. The Google-owned platform now is testing a technology that is going to predict if you are under 18. Now, it automatically adds these certain restrictions to your account if you are under 18, or it finds that you're under 18 using artificial intelligence. Now, they're aimed at providing better protections, they're saying, for their younger audience out there. And it was actually on Wednesday they began rolling it out. This age estimation model, they do call it out there, but it uses that AI to determine this. Now, regardless of the birthday that you've entered into the account, it actually looks at the algorithm, looks at what you're looking at, I guess somehow it figures out how old you are, and then it puts these restrictions on. Now, they're saying this option will help verify your age, but like I already say, there's probably some incorrect stuff happening. They're calling it an estimation because they know the incorrect stuff will happen, and a small set of users are going to be targeted by this right now. But you know what? This is one of those things that I think are fascinating. I feel like YouTube is actually doing a lot to regulate what they've been doing out there more and more and more. Now, of course, AI is already predicting, like when you post a video, if that video is good for ads. They've been doing that for a little bit, but they've been using the AI system more and more and more. And I've seen it before with our posting on YouTube here, GR, about KRUSE CONTROL, where they'll now pump it through the algorithm and be like, oh, this is good for ads, this is bad for ads. Or even when I say it's good, sometimes it'll say it's bad and I got to challenge it, then it's okay. So this is not a perfect system. But do you think this will actually make it safer for kids, or just they'll find a way around it somehow?
Well, if the kids want to get around it, they'll find a way around it. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
But it'll save some. Maybe some of the younger kids will be protected. But the older teenagers will find a way around it if they want to.
Well, yeah, I think that's the thing too, because like 18 below, like a 16-year-old, right? GR will probably be like, I've got this. Maybe they find out. I don't know how the algorithm can predict that though, too, GR. You know, like how can you predict how? Is it based on their search history, do you think?
I think that'll be a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think let's see. Do we think this reboot? Do we think a reboot about that movie? I think Wheelchair Gamer missed. I missed this Wheelchair Gamer. You were asking about a reboot for Boogie Nights. I don't know if they'll reboot Boogie Nights. I mean, they reboot everything, GR, but I just can't see them rebooting Boogie Nights. That's just kind of as for its time.
I think it was too time related, Brian.
Yeah, I just don't.
The music, whatnot.
The music, the era, that time in Hollywood, you know, I just don't see it happening. Plus, I feel like in these day and age, like what he was doing, I don't think they would want to do that as a movie again. I don't know. And maybe Mark Wahlberg would shut it down. You know?
Reboot what?
I know, Peppy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they want to reboot that, but you know, stranger things have happened, GR. Stranger things have happened. We've talked about reboots for the most ridiculous things sometimes. I'm like, why? Why do we have to reboot everything? We just take a breath maybe and take a break from the reboots, make something original. We don't do original, do we? No.
What's an original thing? I mean,
yeah, no. Original is
YouTube. We get
YouTube.
so few nowadays.
Yeah, we get all few originals on the YouTube the web, and even that, like I feel like this whole. I don't. It's almost like Big Brother a little bit, I think, with the regulation, with AI regulating people's ages. Now, kids need to be safe on these platforms, and I hope we do keep them safe. But do you think that's a slippery slope with AI restricting now, or do you think it's going to actually be a good thing for YouTube moving forward?
I'm borderline on it, Brian, because you know how I feel about AI. I think it's a very dangerous thing that we don't put some regulation on it.
Yeah. Which there's been all the different stuff we've been talking about online with the regulation for AI, with of course even Congress trying to pass stuff. The Senate had a bill about AI recently. They've had like 2 bills. There's also been the No Fakes Act. I still want that No Fakes Act to go through. I know I've been talking about that for a while. We'll see if that ever comes through. I just feel like politics always get involved with these things. Politics, money, all of that, you know, Hollywood gets involved. And guys, again, as I said before, I'll say it again, the ballots are getting mailed. The ballots got mailed yesterday, guys. So vote Brian KRUSE for SAG-AFTRA LA president. I gotta say it like every other like segment, maybe, you know, if that helps. I see all these people posting for the coalition right now, GR. The coalition is what they're calling themselves. That sounds like a horrible name for a group. The coalition are for like the Unite for Strength and this Membership First are like merging into their own thing in the politics of SAG. and they're calling themselves the Coalition. It's crazy. That's a weird name. I don't know.
Sounds almost dirty.
It does sound a little dirty. But you know what I think is funny too is like the person like Chuck who's running for SAG after our national president, he actually challenged, I think I was telling you this, he challenged Sean Astin to a debate, and then Sean Astin blocked him on Instagram. And then he deleted all of his posts on Facebook and blocked him there too. Like that's some chicken duty stuff if you ask me. Yeah, like do a debate. I mean, what are you scared about? You scared about being called out for what you've been doing and not helping your membership? That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. It's a weird time in the business. It is. Come on. Talk to people. Debate people. Get in there. It bugs me. But the YouTube thing's going to keep going. I think the AI can be a good thing. We talked about that before, but it's a slippery slope, guys. It's always a slippery slope. But protect the kids. Always protect the kids, or they might turn out like Timothée Chalamet. I'm just kidding. Chalamet's new movie is coming out, guys. Marty Supreme. Now, I saw this trailer and I was like, okay, we got to talk about this. I mean, we talk about Chalamet all the time. We always have the conversations here on King with KRUSE, guys, you know. Kind of my arch rival, but also on YouTube. On YouTube, we talk about that too. He's kind of my arch rival. But I did see this trailer. I don't think it looks that bad. A24 always doesn't disappoint in my book. A24 wrote this original work set in the world of 1950s ping pong culture, guys. Film tells the story of Marty Mauser, played by Chalamet himself, a young man with a dream no one respects, who goes to hell and back to pursue greatness, of course, being a ping pong star, guys. And the ping pong star thing is interesting to me. I'm like, I never heard of this before, but apparently it was a real thing. And while never confirmed, sources have long indicated the project draws loose inspirations from the story of pro ping pong player Marty Supreme, which it seems like that is. I mean, come on, guys. I never even knew it was ping pong. I knew ping pong was kind of a deal, even like, you know, in pop culture. Think about Forrest Gump talking about that too. They used to have tournaments back in the day. But this is coming out Christmas Day. Gwyneth Paltrow's in here. Also, our former SAG-AFTRA president, Fran Drescher, is in this as well, guys. Getting back to the
current president, Brian.
I'm calling her our former, GR. I'm calling her our former now. I know she still is for like less than 30 days, but I'm still going to call her our former president because she's a lame duck right now. That's what she is, GR. I say, no. Lame duck. Wheelchair Gamer, I have a question. I'm not trying to get off track, but what's the latest in the Netflix lawsuit? Oh, that 47 Ronin thing? So as of right now, he still hasn't gone to New York. Now, that's supposed to go down, I think tomorrow his court date is. And so I'll let you know tomorrow when I actually see if he makes it there or not, because that's what I'm interested to see, if he actually makes it.
Oh, Brian, he's going to make it. The U.S. Marshals are flying him back. And it won't be first class.
No, they'll make sure he gets there, right, GR? He says he's that broke right now. I feel like they're going to get him there. Yeah. I mean, the U.S. Marshals is doing it. There's no way around that. I think it's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, is it tomorrow or Monday? I can't remember. It's one of those two.
Yeah, so once he gets there, Wheelchair Gamer, I'll keep you posted on that too. We'll see what the hearing brings. Once we get the hearing, of course, the case is not actually supposed to go down until December, so we've got a little bit of time. Now, will they hold him there, or will they let him go? I mean, they'll probably let him go, but then there's the U.S. Marshal to bring him back, or is he stuck in New York and he has to make his own way back home? That's kind of funny. They probably won't bring him back home, will they?
Yeah.
Really?
They couldn't strand him there. That would be, cruel and unusual punishment.
It'd be hilarious, though, for what that guy did. I can't believe he took so much money from Netflix. Like, so much money.
I can't believe Netflix was that stupid, Brian.
I can't either. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that Netflix was able to let that happen. But also the thing is, people get away with stuff all the time. And Netflix has all that money, like we said yesterday, like Netflix, greenlit, right? And so they just kind of keep spending money and giving it out there. And this guy had a big hit movie. So they probably thought, well, we can trust him. It'll be fine. And then they found out, nope. You can't trust this guy because he just poached all that money from Netflix. But the Chalamet trailer, I'm going to talk about that too. The Chalamet trailer, I thought it was pretty good. He's actually kind of fun in this too, Chalamet. And he has some good moments with Gwyneth Paltrow. talking to her about being like, oh, I'm going to be the biggest star ever. Look at my newspaper article. Check this out. Look how great I am. And Gwyneth Paltrow looks so amazing. She plays like a Hollywood movie star at the point too. You think Chalamet's going to have a hit, GR, playing this? I might say it for first. I might actually watch this Chalamet movie.
Well, I might watch it, but I don't think it's going to be a big hit. It never took off in this country. I mean, you go to Asia and ping pong is huge. Go to Europe and it's pretty big, but not here.
David Campbell says absolutely not. Welcome to the chat, David Campbell. Welcome.
I think David's probably right.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see about. I mean, it's just Chalamet. He's been doing these like little kind of niche kind of movies. Of course, A24 is pretty big these days, though. Too. The trailer wasn't bad, though. Did you like the trailer, GR? It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I did. I mean, there was I think maybe some AI stuff in there. Did you see? Because I don't think Chalamet is that good at ping pong playing.
I was thinking that too. David Campbell says, I agree with your guest. David Campbell, this is GR Waters. He's my host on the KRUSE Control show over on YouTube. I said it again, the U to the tubes. GR, tell David Campbell about yourself a little bit. He's on a lot of radio back in the day, back in Hawaii. GR is he's an awesome guy here, guys.
Yeah, it was fun. I was an ex-SEAL, for those of you that know what that is, and a DJ for about 6 years in Honolulu. The Big 6'9" in Honolulu, Hawaii, and late night rock and roll. That was a long time ago.
And then he's been doing some acting here in LA, and with like a lot of us, been struggling here too. And we started doing this, and GR was one of the first subscribers, and then he ended up joining the cast. So yeah, but I've known GR for like 12 years. So something like that, 11 years. We were just having that debate a little bit ago.
11, 12, something like that.
Something like that. David Campbell, what do you think about that Chalamet movie? Is this to be a big hit for Chalamet? You said you don't think so, but do you think this will actually be something that will make you want to go see? David Campbell sees a lot of movies. So he's over there in Scotland, GR.
Oh, bloody hell, mate. I'm from Hartlepool.
That's awesome.
That's in County Cleveland, if you didn't know.
I don't really know that area too much, GR. I'm learning more from you.
I was talking to him.
Yeah,
he'll know what County Cleveland is.
Yeah,
that's the northern part of England, northeastern part of England.
I want to go. I gotta see more of the world, GR. Gotta see more of the world, right? One day. We'll be live from, David Campbell says, yes, sir. Well, good to have you here, David Campbell. I'm not sure about that Chalamet movie. I don't think it's going to be massive, but I did see something I thought was kind of fun, but also I have my criticism, guys, and that's that new Krypto series has officially launched, and the DC has released, yes, the very first footage of Krypto, the very first short. Of course, there's 4 shorts coming. 4-part installment of this animated series of Krypto. David Campbell says why. Animated
Good
shorts.
question, David.
And the first one shows Krypto chasing a pigeon, guys. Chasing a pigeon while trying to save a school bus. Now, it's slightly inspired by Superman's, of course, Krypto. I will say the one thing I watched is like the bark is all off. I mean, you already had a CG dog in the movie, and you had that CG dog bark. Why is the bark different? The bark is much more, it feels like it's some big ferocious dog's bark, like it's like a pit bull's bark, and you got this tiny little white dog. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what they were thinking in post, but that really threw me off. But you can get this, you can get them all on digital. You can buy them all or get them on Ultra K, 4K, Ultra HD, Blu-ray, DVD on September 23rd, or get it digitally on August 15th. But the first one is online, and he literally is Krypto. It's called Krypto Saves the Day. David Campbell says, nah, I'll pass. And I watched it, though, before we came live, and GR, it's hilarious. Because it's just like, the bark's all off. It starts with like Krypto and Superman, and you see Superman for like 1 second, he doesn't say anything. And then the pigeon's there, and Krypto barks the pigeon. He busts through the wall. He flies through the sky. He's trying to get the pigeon. The pigeon escapes, but at the same point, there's a little kid that gets on a school bus. And then throughout the whole thing, everything Krypto does almost makes the school bus crash. And then at the very end, the school bus is like teetering over a bridge about to fall into the ocean. And then Krypto saves it and still chases the pigeon afterwards. So, Yeah, it's the thing is like the animation's weird. It looks like Ren and Stimpy animation almost, which I thought was weird because if you're trying to target this towards kids, the animation's really odd. Like I think they were trying to be like I Am Groot. They're trying to be like that. So it's a short. It's a short. They're all shorts. It was like 5 minutes long. David Campbell. They're all like 5 minutes to 6 minutes long. All four of them, like the I Am Groot ones. But the I Am Groot ones were good because what they had, it was like the animation was cool. It was like CG. Plus, it was like really, I think they had more heart to them too. Like Groot, they were like these small situations. This is a dog chasing a pigeon. Yeah, it's fun. I guess kids will probably laugh at it. But I was just the bark threw me off, GR. The bark threw me off. And do you think this is like even necessary for a spinoff of Superman?
In a word, no.
And you weren't a big fan of Superman anyway.
As I said about Superman, Superman didn't have a dog. The dog was Superboy's dog.
Well, he's kind of like Superboy in this though, too, a little bit though, isn't he, GR?
I wouldn't watch it.
I know. You were like, I'm not watching this. And David Campbell says, nope, Superman didn't have a dog. There you go, GR. I think this is the first person that's actually agree with you here. You always get all these people, right, Pep Star?
Use the noodle.
Use the noodle, man. All the people try to tell you he did. But they didn't, GR. He did not.
I know.
But
I was reading those.
Yeah?
I was reading Superman since the early 1960s.
And you're like...
about the time you... And I quit about the time you were born.
Well, I got to tell you, though, too, a lot of people are like, they didn't read the comics then. That's what David Campbell says. The people are trying to tell you that Superman had a dog. They didn't read the comics. Well, you think that was the spin? They were trying to make it Supergirl's dog then? So that's the spin. But Supergirl didn't have Krypto either, right? She didn't have Krypto.
So that was Superboy's dog.
And I wonder...
They rewrite things, Brian.
But James Gunn takes liberties. That's why he's taking liberties. But here's my question. Do you think they're going to bring in Superboy and actually Supergirl has been watching Superboy's dog and that's how they make this all work?
I don't think they're going to bring Superboy into this. I think Mr. Blank has enough failures on his hand. He doesn't need any help.
David Campbell said she didn't have a dog either. Yeah, GR calls James Gunn Mr. Blank. He's not a big fan of James Gunn. He's too corny for you, right? Is that what you were saying?
Well, I just haven't. He's done one or two movies that have been good, but I mean, Superman was relatively successful, but he was shooting for $2 billion. He didn't even get $700 million.
Yeah. He's trying to turn back. He's like, we didn't mean to make that much money. That's what he said about now. He's like, oh, we're good. We're just relaunching now. He's saying that after the fact, And David Campbell says hit or miss with him. Yeah, I have a great question. How do you all feel about the new generation of actors doing? I would say the new generation is definitely not what what actors used to be. The new generation are more like the Instagram, kind of, instant moment stars as opposed to movie stars. And that's the thing. One thing I love about movie stars back in the day, and GR probably agree upon this too, is how like detached they were from society. And when you saw them on the screen, it was like, whoa, this person's larger than life because you only saw them on the screen and you only saw them in this situation. They were big action movies or big Westerns. I mean, they were stars. And nowadays, I think we're so attached, we're so close to them that they don't even feel like they're that spectacular anymore. And that's why I think the movie star is dying. But I also think they're also like a dime a dozen sometimes. There are some good actors that are popping up that are trying to be like that, but I just don't see the movie star being there anymore. David Campbell says John Wayne. Yep. Just asking because the old actors are retiring. That's what Wheelchair Gamer said. GR, how do you feel about that?
I agree with you, Brian. We were talking about it on the show. They're making a movie called Jimmy about James Stewart. And he was a rarity in Hollywood even in his day, because he was the first major movie star to actually volunteer and become a live serviceman during World War II.
I love Jimmy Stewart so much, GR. I love Jimmy Stewart so much. He was so good.
Me too.
Like being that again, that serving his country, but also like coming in here and having that wholesome spirit and bringing that to the big screen, and people were loving that. They loved him. I fell in love with him too. I mean, we're still talking about Jimmy Stewart, and he's been gone for years, and his career still spans a lifetime, and a lot of people still love him. And the fact that I think that movie's going to do great. The more I think about that Jimmy Stewart biopic, I'm super excited. What's up, Raven? Thank you, Raven. Appreciate you. Welcome everybody to the Entertainment Nation. Also, David Campbell said this to GR. You're going to probably be like, oh, he said that he thinks that Superman is better than Fantastic Four, and because he did like that better than F4, but GR hated F4 as well. He didn't like Pedro Pascal, just like you didn't.
Well, I'm sorry. That was the Fantastic Three.
B. Arthur did the same thing. That's what David Campbell said.
Mr. Fantastic did not have a mustache.
No, yeah, and that like threw GR off the whole time. I can look past the mustache. David Campbell said they should recast him. He's been telling me that for like weeks now. We need to recast him right now. Get somebody else in there. GR, okay, GR, for y'all, give that a round of applause. Give that a round of applause. There you go, GR. B. Arthur did the same. B. Arthur was also fantastic. We'll probably get a B. Arthur biopic at one point, right? Hopefully, I would see that happening. Like, I don't think we've.
I hope not.
You don't want that, GR? Come on.
No, I'm not a big fan of B.
No?
What was it? Most of her work I didn't care for.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like, what was the biggest hit for B. Arthur? David Campbell will probably tell me right now. B. Arthur. Well, she was on the Golden Girls, right?
Yeah, that was the only thing that she did that was halfway decent, in my opinion.
I'm trying to see. It's been a long time since I even looked at. I'm looking up on IMDb. I think it's always good to check what she's been doing. But the Golden Girls, Maude, I'm looking back in the day. She was in Futurama.
I didn't like Maude, but
she was on Futurama, GR. Isn't that crazy? She must have had a voice or something, you know?
Well, so was I, but
that's true. Yeah, GR was in Futurama, guys. Maude and the Golden Girls, David Campbell says, do actors 5 years of college? If that's the case, how kids go to make movies like Harry? No, actors don't go to. I mean, actors sometimes go to college. You know, they go to Juilliard and they'll train for a few years, but the 5 years of college and stuff like that, usually it's like, I'd say the most actors these days, especially these days, they get either booked through how many subscribers they have, or they will go to an actor's studio and study, or get an actor coach. That'll happen too a lot. I went to school for acting and for film, but at Michigan State. But our theater department kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't the best. There's still some great people. Come on, they weren't the best. GR. Even our film department, like they had us under the communication division, so we weren't even like an actual film division. It was telecommunication, information studies, and new media. That's what we were. They were throwing in the new media back then already. And that was a long time ago. So when they threw that in. They just lumped us into there, and that happens to a lot of universities. But even the theater department wasn't that great. And I had a minor in theater, but where I got more experience, I would say, actually in the field working and doing. Hey, yeah, Raven, Pep Star is here. Peppy, say hi. Peppy's happy to see you, probably too. Right, Peppy?
We are live on KRUSE CONTROL.
Thanks, Pep Star.
You make me blush.
Yep. Yeah, Pep Star. But I'm happy to have you here, Raven. Pep Star is kind of like our little mascot right here. He'll pop in and out once in a while. But yeah, the actors don't really study like that. I mean, some do. Some get serious. Some get real. Some do it. But a lot of them, you know, I got to tell you, I can't, the one thing that blew my mind, that bummed me out so much, GR, is when my first, it was before all the stuff that happened, that craziness that happened in 2020. But it was like back in like 2017, 2016, I went to an audition, and they have a piece of paper you fill out when you get there, and you say like your name, your agency, attach your headshot to it, and it said at the very bottom, how many social media followers do you have? And they started putting that in, and they started actually booking people off of that. And the idea was this: if you have like 1 million subscribers, then that's going to bring 1 million people to watch the actual show if they book you. And that's what they were thinking back in the day. And they're still doing that now. So people are getting to get these big roles just based off their social media followers, which I don't blame the studio for, but the game is changing that way. You know, GR, it's kind of weird. We used to have trained actors and people that went through it, like Jimmy Stewart, like B. Arthur, like John Wayne, like, Clint Eastwood, that would actually have that experience. And now we're having anybody that has a big following on social media that maybe they're just eating food and now they're an actor,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean necessarily that they're any good as an actor.
It doesn't mean that at all. It does not mean that at all. But they could be. They could fill a niche. They could. I'm not trying to hate the player. I'm not trying to hate the game. I'm just saying that I don't like how it's evolving. I just don't like that. I feel like we should have people that match the role as opposed to who is more popular and has the biggest following right now. But it's a fascinating thing, guys. It really is. I'm always intrigued to see where that goes. But guys, if you're liking what you're seeing right now, very quickly, let's do like a little. I think this is gonna be fun. We're gonna start doing this. A little word from our sponsors, guys. So, guys, this is Kickin with KRUSE. We're trying to grow this entertainment nation here on TikTok. So please follow, share if you can. Also hit those little hearts up there. All of that. That's gonna only help us grow, help this become bigger. If you're liking what you're seeing, helping us grow is only gonna help us stick around and keep bringing more news and entertainment and fun to you guys live on TikTok and more amazing guests as we grow in this entertainment nation. So guys, thanks for being here as always. We appreciate you here on Kickin with KRUSE. One-stop shop for entertainment talk, guys. Also, David Campbell, like that live thing, David Campbell. I'm going to miss Tom Cruise when he retires. That's what Wheelchair Gamer says. Tom Cruise is never retiring, GR. I don't think so. That guy will be going until he can't run anymore, And then
he can't run anymore.
If he can't run anymore, he's gonna be the very first actor. I've said this before. The very first actor that is going to actually CG his face onto somebody else's body and sell his likeness, and then be the young version. They'll be like Tom Cruise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll still be in movies throughout the millennial but it'll be a different actor with his persona on top of his face and his voice. Do you see that happening, GR? I've been saying that for a while. I feel like that's gonna happen.
Nothing would surprise me in Hollywood, Brian. You know that.
Yeah. You make a good point, David Campbell, that it could be Paul Walker, but Paul Walker's only doing it for that little bit. He did it for that one movie, and they're going to do it again for Fast. But I think Tom Cruise will be that one that'll be full movies. Full movies, multiple series, more Mission Impossibles. I just don't think he's away. Info Slave, welcome! Another person joined the chat here, GR. Wheelchair Gamer, he should... He's awful. Who's awful? Who's awful? They should go off resumes, not followers. I agree, David Campbell. Off resumes. Info Slave, how you doing? Welcome to the new build of Kickin with KRUSE. Welcome. Hope you have a great day today. And also, welcome to Info Slave. They've been here quite a bit. So, meet GR Waters, my fellow co-host from KRUSE Control. Meet Info Slave,
What's up, guys?
Happy to have you back here, Info Slave. Looks absolutely amazing. You just got to work and wanted to pop in and send some positivity. Thanks for sending the positivity. Always appreciate that. You have legends in acting that may not have the followers, but they have the resumes, David Campbell says. Yes, 100%. 100%. We got to take care of that, people like that. I always believe that talent should shine through all the time. And unfortunately, it doesn't always happen. Pep, you want to say anything to Info Slave?
You want to be my best friend?
There you go, Info Slave. Do you want to be Pepstar's best friend? Let me know. Because Pepstar is always happy to have you.
Shambao.
Thanks, man. But yeah, the resume thing, all of that. I know we're thank you, Raven. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for that, Raven. Appreciate you. Yeah, be your best friend, Peppy. David Campbell says. Look at that, Peppy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Peppy loves that too. Always happy to have you here, David Campbell. We're happy to have you guys all here.
You make me blush.
But yeah, that we can go off on a tangent about movie stars, GR, for a long time, and followers and social media.
That.
It's just a rabbit hole. It's a massive rabbit hole. He and my dog Zuzu would play all day. Heck yeah, Pepstar would love that. Peppy would be all over that. He'd be jumping around, having a great time. Peppy'd be all great.
I'm smooth, brother.
Happy to have your Info Slave. But GR, we should probably keep the news going, right? Chalamet, go away. But no, I'm excited to see that Marty movie. It could be good. And Krypto, guys, I just don't see there's a need for Krypto. I just don't see there's a need. But we'll see how those numbers do. Would you buy it on DVD, GR?
No.
Raven, give me the... Thank you, Raven, for all the hearts. Thank you, Raven, for helping us out. No, GR says, but GR might buy a Taylor Swift album. Huh, GR? Huh?
No.
Taylor Swift is coming back, guys. Taylor Swift is coming back. David Campbell says he won't buy the air. Look at the late night shows. I don't have that. They have given, they're going low views. The late night shows are going late views. That's why you got to watch Cruise Control, guys. That's what you got to watch here. We have a better time. But Taylor Swift, guys. Taylor Swift has that new album coming out, her 12th album, guys. The Life of a Showgirl. Now, it's coming out October 3rd. This album will have 12 tracks on it. She officially released this. And after the last one, because the last album came out, she dropped the first album, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, here's another 20 songs. I mean, that last album had so many songs. It was a double feature. And at the end of the day, she's like, we're not doing that again, guys. We're not doing it again. Here's what she actually said about it. It meant the world to me to have this creative experience where we knew we had to bring the best ideas we ever had. And I know the pressure I'm putting on the record by saying that, but I don't care. This is a record I've been waiting for to make for a very long time. And there's no other songs coming. It's not like the last Tortured Poets Society department. It's not like that. I had a big data dump at that point. And this time I thought about it. We're only going to have 12 songs, not 31, not 13, not a 14 song coming, only 12 songs. She'll do the same thing, David Campbell said. She's going to do the same thing. She's saying no, David Campbell. She's saying no. But she did release the tracks for this, too. We're going to have, here are the songs in case you guys don't know. The Fate of Opia, Elizabeth Taylor, Opiate, Father Figure, what else we got here? Eldest Daughter, Ruin the Friendship, Actually Romantic, Wish List, Wood, Canceled, Honey. And the last Showgirl was Sabrina Carpenter. But yeah, there's also, it meant, yeah, that's it. But Sabrina Carpenter and her are collaborating. That's pretty cool. I know Taylor Swift, the whole thing, my friend sent this to me yesterday. My friend, big shout out to my friend, Michelle. I love Michelle. I worked with her on Nobody Wants This. But Michelle sent this to me and she's like, Brian, only 12 songs. You called it. And I'm like, well, she's saying this on this podcast and she's being like, oh, I'm only doing this. But she said the same thing last time. And then David Campbell said that too. She said the same thing last time. Then all of a sudden there's this massive drop of more albums, another whole album, another whole group of songs. I don't know. That's a lot of music. It's a lot of music. So maybe she's being real, but I still don't believe her, GR. I feel like there's more songs coming. Taylor Swift just pumps songs out, GR, and people love them.
Well, a star would never lie, Brian.
Oh, never, right? Never. You know what I think about, though? We talked about this a couple days ago, was that Chappell Roan was saying that it was she needed inspiration. It would take her 5 years to write one more album. Then you got Taylor Swift just dropping albums like they're hot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's another one. Does that show what do you think? What's that say about Chappell Roan? Does it say anything to you, GR?
Who?
I just think, you can get stuff done if you just put your time in, right? If you write the songs. I know she needs inspiration, but if you're an artist and you're making things, you can get stuff out there. And people love Taylor's stuff. Look at David Campbell says he can't wait for it.
Yeah, well, she's an incredible talent. And I'm not saying Roan isn't. But as she said last week, she was going to be 5 years between albums. And I'm sorry, 5 years from now, people are going to be going, who?
Yeah, who? Well, that's why I wonder if it'll be too long where people will forget about her. What do you guys think about there? She's from Pennsylvania. Is that Chappell Roan? I think that I can't remember where she's from. Or you're talking about Taylor Swift? I don't even know where either of them are from. But Taylor and Kelsey are not engaged. They're not engaged. Taylor Swift is from, I was going to say, yeah, because Taylor Swift is the biggest artist out there compared to Chappell Roan. Chappell Roan's good. That first album's great. Her first full album. And I know people are excited for that. Taylor Swift is from Reading. I think that Taylor Swift is a talent. The fact that she can make that much music and people love it, that's a talent. A lot of people can't do what she does. And I think people are very excited about this new album. I know my friend Michelle is. And yeah, Kelsey and her aren't engaged yet. I think that's just a rumor. But they'll probably be engaged before you know it. What do you think, GR?
Possibly. I mean, she's not wearing an engagement ring. I mean, she was on their podcast 2 nights ago. And her hand was clearly visible, so no ring on it. So
I feel like when she does get engaged, it's going to be like what happened with Tom Holland and Zendaya, where it was they were really showing that ring constantly, I feel like it's going to be something like that.
Oh, it's going to be something like that.
And she is made
I got a ring, and she'll probably have to have somebody holding her wrist up
I mean, yeah, those two have like those two are, you know, America loves those two as well. If they don't get married, I'd be shocked. I'd be super shocked. Taylor Swift and Kelsey is confused. Why you say that's confused, wheelchair gamer? Unlike, it's funny. David Campbell says she's a self-made billionaire, unlike Kylie Jenner. I mean, a womp and a round of applause right there.
No shit.
Going after him. I love that too. I love that. But I think that honestly, this will I feel like there's gonna be more songs coming. When she says I only have this many, after she said that before, I feel like she's got more, but maybe that's all she's got in the tank. That's still a lot of songs. 12 songs. You're releasing that. I mean, it's only been like a year since the last album came out, like a little bit over a year, maybe. It's crazy how fast she brought that other album out. But I like the band Weezer a lot, and Weezer can pump out albums too. They've kind of taken a little hiatus right now, but I know you're like, Weezer. Brian, do you like that band? I love Weezer. And they got that movie coming. I'm excited about Weezer all the time. I can't wait for that movie. It should be fun. But you think that, you think more, GR, do you think there's, I know you said like people lie and people don't really say the truth sometimes as actors. It happens all the time. But do you think like for a musician like this, 12 songs is a lot. Is that enough to make the fans happy after they got 31 the last time around?
I think so. You know, wait a little bit longer and then she'll put out another album in 6-8 months if she's got that many songs.
David Campbell just said that she said that she said that with her last album as well. And David Campbell's still saying no. There's more songs coming. There's more songs coming. I think the fans could be satisfied though, GR with 12. I think they would be. I know my friend Michelle is a massive fan of hers, like loves her. And so she was like, that's okay with me. I'm good. She's my girl. And she was super excited about it. People love her. I would say at least 24, David Campbell saying. Taylor Swift at Kelsey game and doing everything together is confusing. Yeah, I mean, because they're in love, wheelchair gamer. They're just in love. They're doing everything. What's up, Eric? How you doing? I'm doing well. Welcome back to Kickin with KRUSE. Happy to have you, Eric. Meet GR Waters, my co-host from KRUSE Control, popping in today. We're finally going to have more people popping in here because we have our build guys. We have our official build, Eric. Welcome to the show. The new and improved Kickin with KRUSE. Pep Star, say hello out there. Say hello. Be nice, Pep Star, because I know sometimes you can't be nice, so be nice.
Can we play fetch?
No, we can't play fetch. I said say hi, Peppy. Say hi.
Squirrel!
Okay, he's like, I'm sorry, guys. He only does so much for you. Good to have you here back, Eric. But yeah, more Taylor Swift coming, guys. More Taylor Swift coming. Let me know what you think out there. And also, is there more Harley Quinn coming with Margot Robbie? That's the question I have for you right now, because I love Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. She's one of my favorite, right? She's so good. And once they cast her, I was like, please never recast her. And they've been asking James Gunn about this. So James Gunn, of course, is doing all the reboots, hiring new people, firing some people. We've been having these conversations constantly. What's canon? What's not canon? David Campbell says, I hope so. I hope so, too. I hope they don't get rid of her. But now, here's what James Gunn has said. He was asked point blank about it. And also Wheelchair Gamer, they're both saying, God, I hope so. He said point blank, okay, guys, ready for this? I just laughed. He's like, okay, guys, is she coming back? He goes, we'll talk about that later. It's like, what? He's like, well, that will be revealed down the line, or his exact words. That'll be revealed down the line. Just say she's coming back. Come on, down the line. You already have John Cena's character coming in from Peacemaker. You already have conversations about Bloodsport, and he was asked about that too, about Idris Elba coming in. He said, I definitely am always looking for a place to put Bloodsport and figuring that out, so we'll see what happens as well. I think it's a crime. It's a shame they don't bring Margot Robbie back. She's a fantastic Harley Quinn. She matches it so well. Even her voice, her presence, her aura, everything she did in the Suicide Squads was fantastic. I honestly say, after we had Lady Gaga coming in trying it, guys, I think we know who the true queen of Gotham is, and that is Margot Robbie. Better than Gaga, hands down. That's what David Campbell said, too. 100% better than Lady Gaga. I mean, I like Lady Gaga. I'm not trying to trash on Gaga, as I call her, Lady Gaga. But Margot Robbie's better, GR. Just is. Right?
She is, but if they want to make it a musical, they'll go with Gaga.
They're not. They learned from that, didn't they, GR? Didn't they learn from that?
We're talking Mr. Blank. He probably not.
But how cryptic is that message? We'll address that later pretty much. Do you think that he's actually thinking about replacing her?
It sounds like it.
He fired Henry Cavill.
If you won't commit to something that simple, then you know that maybe she's not coming back.
Yeah. I don't like that though, GR. And the audience doesn't like that either.
I don't like it either.
She's like perfect for it.
That's why I call him Mr. Blank.
And David Campbell says if he does, he will lose money. Well, GR will probably say that's true.
Yeah.
I just know that, like, you know, people love her. Could it be a money thing though too, GR? Do you think that maybe she gets to that point where she's like, I want the X, Y, and Z amount of money to keep doing this, and James Gunn's not sure if the DCU will actually pay for that?
They could be it. I mean, his movies so far in the DCU have not been mega hits yet. And that's where the Mr. Blank comes from. You know, I personally don't dislike the guy. It's just his movies have been okay. They haven't been, well, except for the Fantastic Three, they haven't been total flops.
That wasn't him though. Still, that wasn't him. You know, that wasn't him. That was Marvel. I know you're trying to lump those together all the time.
Trying to give him credit for another Blank. Okay,
I know you always try to lump those. You always try to lump those together this month, and I'm like, but you didn't like Creature Commandos either, though, right? I remember you didn't really like that either. I didn't mind Creature Commandos.
It was.
And I like what David Campbell said, too. She can do that asking for money. She's amazing and worth it. WB movies slowing down. Haven't heard anything about WB movies. There's still WB movies happening. Of course there are. Of course, you know, the Superman was a WB movie. They're not ramping down. They've just kind of branched out their companies. We have the streaming services, which of course has HBO Max in there, and a lot of their like Discovery stuff and all that have gone separate now since Zaslav is splitting the company. But you're still gonna have a lot more WB stuff happening. They have a deal with Tom Cruise. They have a lot more Tom Cruise movies coming as well. She has a resume. And then David Campbell says, #replace Pascal.
I like him a lot. He's a smart viewer.
Well, if James Gunn was in charge of that, I think he would not probably replace Pascal. I don't think they will replace Pascal. I think we're too far gone now. They're already shooting Doomsday and Secret Wars. And I think they believe in him still, GR. They believe in him.
Well, they've stuck their necks out already, so they're going to stick with it. I mean, they're not going to.
They stretch themselves out for it a little bit already.
Way too far.
It's a bad joke, guys.
I got that, Brian. It was so bad I wasn't going to respond to it.
I'm going to womp myself there, GR.
There you go.
David Campbell's like, I told you people they were going to be divided on it. I believe they should off him. David Campbell, take him out. I don't know. I mean, there've been a lot of conversations about maybe like if one of the Fantastic Four characters will actually be taken out in this movie. I know I saw maybe Johnny Storm in the next one. There were conversations about, of course, Pascal, but then there's also the conversations that he'll be the lead. Now there's new conversations about Captain America being a massive part of this as well with Chris Evans. And I know my time
to
shine.
The real Captain America.
GR, you're right. I know GR hated. GR, you're not alone here. People hated Anthony Mackie out here. They did not care for him in this chat. So David Campbell didn't.
I like him as an actor, but I'm sorry, that was not a Captain America movie.
It was the last one was really a Hulk movie. That's what it was. And even like, he's like Falcon, but not Falcon. I didn't like him at all, David Campbell says. But he also said, get rid of him defending the team or something. Oh, but with Pascal. Yeah, he could save the day and they take him out. That could happen. I don't know. That was an embarrassment, he said, the Brave New World. Yeah, Brave New World was, it was a very much an embarrassment. That movie was not great. That movie was not great at all. I mean, they left it in theaters for so long just to try to make their money back. And Anthony Mackie shouldn't have had the wings, GR. He shouldn't have had the wings.
Captain America didn't have wings.
Yeah, he didn't have it. You're right, David Campbell. He didn't do well at the box office there. I know, but they left it for so long just so it would make some money, and it still was not a massive, massive hit. You know, and I know that this whole year
wasn't a hit at all.
Yeah, I know. Should we look at it one more time? I can't remember. I think it made 400 million. But the budget was like pretty big on that. Let's see. Let me go to Box Office Mojo. I love going over there. But the one thing about also that is interesting about that movie, GR, I know you and I had this conversation too, where they were saying that it only cost $180 million to make that movie. But there were reports that came out that it cost like $380 like for months. And then all of a sudden, like, no, it was only 180. And it's like, I don't know if I believe those numbers.
Excuse me.
Yeah, right. 415 million they made worldwide. But if the budget was 380, then, you know, honestly, with everything said and done, they barely made anything. But if it was 180, of course, they did make money back. But I don't know if I believe those numbers. Then also,
I don't think a movie's been made that's made for 180 million of that quality.
No,
that, you know.
It was horrible, GR. It was horrible. It didn't do well at the box office. David Campbell says no, but he became a villain as a Hydra soldier. Oh, Captain America. I would love Captain America to be Captain Hydra. Like, that'd be interesting too. But then you have him maybe figure himself out that he turns back to being good. There's also the rumors right now, GR. I haven't addressed this yet. There's rumors that Captain America is what happens is Doom tries to stop Captain America from going back in time and bringing him back into the real world. I don't know if back in the real timeline. There's also rumors that he doesn't actually age. I don't know. There's also rumors that, you know, they're going to bring him from a different timeline in and he'll be Captain Hydra. But the one thing that My Time to Shine, this big scooper, says online, that there's like a whole thing where he is, they had this house they were shooting called Luke Cage's house, but that was actually Captain America's house from back in the time. And Doom goes there to pull him back to the timeline. We'll see. I don't know why Doom would bring him back, but there's a whole thing about that. No, but he became a villain. Doom has more to do with Valerie and not Captain America. Oh yeah, with the Fantastic Four. Of course, he has more to do with the Fantastic Four. I mean, I don't know why he wasn't in that movie more. GR. They should have had more. They should have had him in there more. The price tag probably. They didn't want to pay him the money, probably, right?
Oh heck no! You know, that was what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, if they were going to recast Captain America, they should have gone with the character, the actor, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name, that played Bucky and all those
Sebastian
movies.
Stan.
Thank you.
He's great.
That would have at least made sense.
Yeah, I think we've had that before. Yeah, Sue's daughter. David Campbell was saying Sue's daughter would be more important to be with Doom than actual what we're doing with Doom right now with Captain America. But yeah, I agree with you too. They should see David Campbell is saying what I've been saying too. It's like they should recast Doom as Cillian Murphy. I love Cillian Murphy. He's so good. He would have been a great Doom. GR, you're like not sure about that.
No, I was agreeing with you, Brian. I was just thinking, yeah, I can see Cillian doing that.
He's so good. I just hope they don't get rid of Harley Quinn, guys. Margot Robbie, keep her around, keep it going, because like she's so good, she makes so much money from. Keep her there. I mean, because the people will bring back stuff that doesn't make money. Look at the Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise is coming back for another movie, and it really
boy.
The Rock, David Campbell's favorite. He said before he's oversaturated, but the Jungle Cruise is coming back, guys. Jungle Cruise. Daniel Reitman actually reported about this, that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is returning for a sequel for Disney. Matthew Robinson from Love and Monsters is reportedly going to be handling the script, writing and penning the script right now. They haven't officially said anybody else coming back. Emily Blunt, they haven't said officially, but I will tell you this though too. I imagine she's coming back. There were some rumors she was coming back, but look at this though. This is one thing that kind of blows my mind about this movie. Okay, this movie came out during the time where we were having movies coming direct to streaming, you know, during all the lockdowns and all that, of course. So it didn't do that well. Now, if you look at the box office, look at this. The budget for it was $200 million, and it only made $220.9 million at the box office. So if you look at that, you say, global flop. That's what you would think. But overall, they had that whole like Disney's tier plus where you pay an extra $30 to get the movie. They made $100 million extra for that. So they did make some money because they had that, direct to streaming Disney Plus thing. They did it with Black Widow as well. Then Scarlett Johansson sued over that whole thing because she said she lost out on money. So they did do that with that. But I still don't see that being such a monumental success that you have a sequel. I know The Rock is great. I didn't actually hate the movie, but it didn't do great. Yes, David Campbell said he paid for it too. Emily Blunt. David Campbell gave that little smile. Jared Leto was an awful Joker. 100% was an awful Joker. Worst Joker. But yeah, Emily Blunt's great. The Rock, I enjoyed him in this movie. But after all these years, we're going to do a sequel to this now? I feel like The Rock has no time for this, GR. And The Rock wants, unless they pay him like a truck full of money.
They will. That's what it comes down to. If they want him, they'll say, here, have a couple extra dollars.
Is it something that you would like to see, though, GR, at all? Like Jungle Cruise 2?
I barely watched Jungle Cruise 1.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was fun.
It was ha ha, not ha ha ha. It wasn't.
It wasn't like big.
I think it was supposed to be a dramedy, if you will.
Yeah.
But it was more drama than comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just.
But do a movie off a ride in general, though. You know what I mean? You're doing a movie off a ride. Like, how much can you do? And it was some fun stuff. But I think that people would have watched it more based off just the star power alone. David Campbell said, first Black Adam, now this. But Black Adam's not getting a sequel, that's for sure. Even if The Rock would want that tremendously, I never see that happen in GR.
No, because that movie was absolutely horrendous.
I didn't hate on it that much. Thank God, David Campbell says. Thank God. He doesn't want to see that. But Jungle Cruise, guys, will it do great? Will you love it? I'm not super stoked about it. I mean, I will probably check it out, but it might be one of those that will do better on streaming than it does in theaters. David Campbell.
Well, I like it better than the next subject we have to talk about.
Oh, Jason? You don't want more Jason, GR? Friday the 13th?
No.
So Sweet Revenge has launched over onto the YouTube, the webs, guys. And Sweet Revenge is it's a short film of Jason, guys. And right now, since they've launched this, their idea is to spawn this into more Jason. We already know we have Crystal Lake coming over there on Peacock. We talked about that. They've been talking about another reboot of the movies itself. But the idea is to maybe use this short film written and directed by Michael P. Nelson to be the spin-off moving forward. Crystal Lake, guys. But much more. People love this. It's been doing really well on YouTube. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Now, Nelson also did Wrong Turn remake. He also did Silent Night, Deadly Night. That was a reboot as well. That was set for this winter coming out, guys. So this just came out. People apparently love it. It's blowing up on YouTube, Sweet Revenge, and they're going to use this to actually tie it in for a new movie. That's the idea they hope for, at least. There's so many of these things happening. I just don't. I mean, I get it. These do well, these horror movies, but like a short film. I don't know if this is going to be what it's going to be. No, leave it alone. David Campbell says Freddy vs. Jason 2. I would rather see that too. I would rather see Freddy vs. Jason 2 or Freddy vs. Jason versus Ash from The Evil Dead. I said that before. Or Freddy vs. Alien versus Predator versus Jason. Maybe let's do some fun stuff like that. GR, come on, that'd be more fun than this another just Jason movie. Come on.
Well, you know how I feel about horror films. Yeah.
You love them. Your favorite.
Yeah.
GR trashes on all of these all the time. He's like, don't you dare give me another horror film. I don't want it. He says. It could be good. It could be fun. I think that you have the TV series right now, GR, the Crystal Lake TV series. It's a prequel series, and that's supposed to lead into Jason. I think we should just stay on that trajectory. This is, again, oversaturation of the network, if you ask me. Is there anything else?
Way oversaturated.
What about Freddy vs. Jason? Would you go see that, GR? Having that crossover, doing a sequel for that?
Brian, you know I'm not going to watch these bloody things.
Yeah, GR's got nothing for these guys. He's not going to check these out. But if you guys are excited, David Campbell, I'm right there with you. I would rather see Freddy vs. Jason sequel than see this by itself. I think we've had enough of these Friday the 13th guys. Too much of these. We need more other things right here. I'm excited to see where they go with this, but we need other things, guys. We really do. We also need, guys, something I think is interesting too, is some more Charlie Sheen in our life. And Charlie Sheen, guys, Netflix announced they're doing a Charlie Sheen documentary right now about everything. He's releasing everything. He's talking about completely everything that happened in his life. The 2-part documentary series right now called AKA Charlie Sheen. And he's talking about this whole tabloid black hole that he fell into. They're interviewing him, sitting down one-on-one for the very first time, talking about everything. It's debuting on September 10th. This looks great to me. I'm excited about this, guys. I like Charlie Sheen. And he went through some stuff, guys. That Charlie Sheen song, Winning, if you guys haven't heard that, check that out too. But he's going to actually get into everything. He says his dramatic fall, all that happened in the public eye, everything, his sobriety for the past 7 years. Sheen's opening up about his whole life, being candid with interviews with his family, his friends, and his cast members as well. We're finally getting some Charlie Sheen action about telling the truth from behind the scenes. And I think a lot of actors don't do this. He says he was keeping this for his therapist, but now he's finally going to say it out loud too. He's trying to stay relevant, David Campbell said. Whoa! Trying to stay relevant. It's sad what he went through, GR. It's sad what he went through.
Well, addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever, is a bitch.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot.
He fell down that rabbit hole and luckily was able to climb out of it.
I'm happy that he's doing better. And a lot of his fans and his friends and stuff, they're right there with him in this too. And they seem like they're very happy that he's come back around. What's funny? In that trailer, though, they show, we just talked about Fleiss, their name, they're doing the biopic about her.
Oh, yeah, the Hollywood Madam.
Yeah, they showed her, and she was like, hated. She's like, he got me in jail. I was like, whoa. They got her in this. It was so good. I'm like, we're just talking about her. I'm like, and there she pops up in this documentary. This could do really well, I think. And I think that a lot of people we're gonna have fun with this. It'll be a nice little inside scoop into Hollywood a little bit. And his mouth did get him into trouble. They did. I mean, the whole thing that happened with 2.5 Men, getting fired off that, trying to do his other show. And then that ended up falling too, and that failed, which I know I had some friends that worked on that. And they were like, he was never there. He'd show up late. When he was there, they had to shoot. They'd sit around sometimes for like 6 hours. I'm like, I guess he's not coming. Let's go home. It's crazy what that guy's career. But he's had a great career, GR. What's your favorite Charlie Sheen movie?
I'd have to really think about it. I just like his work in general.
Hot Shots Part 2?
No.
Major League. I still love Major League so much. They're so good.
Yeah, that's what I'd have to go with, Major League.
Yeah, Wild Thing. Bum 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 bum. You make my heart sing. I love that. So it's so good.
Okay, let's keep our day jobs, Brian. No singing.
No singing. What's up, J.E.? Welcome back. Good to see you back here, J.E. Meet GR. He's my co-host from KRUSE CONTROL. Joining us live on Kicking It with KRUSE. Happy to have you here, J.E. Welcome back. Charlie Sheen, though, guys, we'll see what happens with him. We were talking about Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy actually has a very interesting trailer that came out, too. I know Wheelchair Gamer was telling me about this, so I checked this guy's out. Steve just dropped over on Netflix. What is your day job? You're right. You have like 5. That's what J.E. said. I guess what is my day job, GR? I don't know what my day job is anymore. Selling gum, talking on KRUSE CONTROL, doing commercials, standing in for people, doubling for people. I don't know what I do for a living. And GR, be very quickly before I go back into that topic. I was live on TikTok doing selling the gum, and some guy was like, "Get a real job." I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm doing too many things. I have so many jobs right now, so many jobs. It looks so good.
I feel so sorry for you.
We're stretched thin. I'm going to a wedding tonight too, guys, which I can't wait for. A wedding on Thursday. It's crazy. But you know what J.E. says? He wants me to play gaming. J.E. wants me to start doing gaming live. He's like, that's your next job. You're going to be playing video games live. If I'm playing video games live, it's going to be like regular Nintendo. I'll play like Super Mario 3 or something like that live. That's something I would do maybe. The kids are like, what is this? What is he? What is this?
Now you're going to play Pong live, Brian.
We'll play a lot, but yeah, with Timothy Chalamet, right? With Timothy Chalamet, we'll play Pong live. Me and the Chalamet, yeah. But this Steve trailer came out. It dropped on Netflix. It actually premiered at the Toronto Film Festival. And next month, it's going to start blowing up all over the place. Of course, September 19th, it'll be dropping over in theaters for a limited supply because it is Netflix. And then on Netflix on October 3rd. And guys, if you don't know what this is, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, Steve is a reimagining of Max Porter's 2023 Sunday Times bestseller, Shy. And it twists the story about honest access, they're saying right now, telling about a reform school head teacher, Steve's point of view. The drama is set in the mid-1990s and follows his character and his students at a last chance reform school amidst a world that has forsaken them. As Steve fights to protect the school's integrity while also fighting its impending closure, he grapples with his own mental health. In parallels to Steve's struggles, troubled teens Shy, played by I'm going to butcher his name, guys, Luke Carrago, is caught in between his past and what lies ahead as he tries to reconcile his inner fragility and his impulse for self-destruction and violence. The trailer is very stylistic. It looks really cool. I was a little bit all over the place. I know. It looks good, David Campbell. It looks really good. You're going to be playing Pokemon. I'm not going to be playing Pokemon, J.E. I will not be caught. Maybe I will. If people are paying me, maybe I'll play some Pokemon. Yeah. It's called Steve. The trailer came out. You can check it out on Netflix. It's for a Netflix movie. But it's a very interesting kind of stylistic type thing. Cillian Murphy's playing him. Max Porter actually wrote this whole story about this too. But I gotta tell you, he's a head teacher. But I think this looks really good. It's interesting. It's stylistic. It's a weird kind of perspective of inside the mind. This looks like something that Cillian Murphy is doing again for an Oscar. If you ask me, we talk about these actors doing movies that want to win Oscars. It feels like an Oscar-worthy performance. Overall, dude from 28 Days Later. Yep, from 28 Days Later. That's what it is. Cillian Murphy, we were just talking about him earlier. Man, this guy keeps taking on these meaty roles. Oppenheimer was really good. He did great in Oppenheimer. Of course, now with this too, and then I still want him as Dr. Doom. We had that conversation earlier. Do you think this will be a big hit, GR? I wish this would go to theaters longer. They do this limited thing with Netflix. I think it's a bummer, isn't it? They don't release it to theaters longer. It's only gonna be there for like a couple weeks and then gone. It's sad. Is this gonna be a big thing?
No, because what's going to happen if it's only getting a couple of weeks in the theaters, it's not going to win the Oscar.
Well, they do that for that though, GR, so they can be nominated though. That's what they do it for. If it plays in a theater, it can be nominated.
You can get nominated. Doesn't mean you win.
Maybe his performance will shine through.
I'd like to see it because his work on Oppenheimer was incredible.
Oh yeah, what a great revolutionary role for him. Like I love Nolan, everything he does. I was still confused a little bit. I loved Interstellar. I loved Inception. That's in my heart. You know what I mean? But when it came to I can't think of the one with Pattinson. I'm going to go and blank on the Pattinson one. I know David Campbell can probably help me out. That one just got me a little bit too. I was like, what are we doing here, Nolan? But I still liked it, but that one got me a little bit. I have to rewatch that again. A lot of horror films got Oscar noms from your Smile 2 should have. Smile 2 I hear was great. I never saw Smile 2. That Jack Nicholson's kid in it too. He's good. He's really coming up right now. Hopefully it's Cynthia Erivo. I hope Cynthia Erivo gets wins too. She's so talented. She is so good in Wicked. She's so good. Oh man. David Campbell and his flops. That's what J.E. says. He likes some good movies too. Smile 2 is free on Prime. Check out Smile. I'll have to check it out. I'll go check it out there. J.E. I'm excited. But guys, a lot of breaking news today, guys. A lot of breaking news. Look how long breaking news takes, GR, on Kickin with KRUSE.
A lot longer than on the show at night.
A lot longer. We give it a little bit more time, which I don't mind doing. I'm like, give it a little bit of time. We talk. We have a good time. We're kicking it. We're sharing. We're having a good time. GR, do you want to try to do some hot takes?
No, we already talked about them all. There's no point.
That was Mike and I yesterday. Mike was like, why would we do hot takes, Brian? Like, we just had the whole conversation. I said, for the people out there to have some fun. That's what it is, you know? GR, are you thinking about it? Huh?
And now, let's go on to some more fun topics. How's that?
Okay, we'll keep going. Guys. Thanks for being here. We got how much time we got? We got a little bit of time. Okay. Let's do. I might come back and do hot takes before we end the show if we have more time. If we have time at the end of the show, we'll do that. But guys, I do want to talk about Daredevil because Charlie Cox said something. D'Onofrio's going back against it. Can we talk about that in Comic Corner? Guys, let's talk about some Daredevil here. Woo, Daredevil. I'm always all about Daredevil. Oh, before I go into the chat here a little bit. JE said GR was scared to do hot takes. The biggest movies of the winter season. It's going to be, if you ask me,
the biggest winner on the regular show is not afraid to do hot takes.
Yeah, GR usually wins hot takes. He usually does. He usually wins hot takes. What's up, Thumper? How you doing? Born Again is great. I will talk about some Born Again here, but also I would say that biggest for the winter is either going to be Avatar or it's going to be Wicked. Those are the two ones I'm looking to be the biggest ones for the winter. If you ask me, Avatar will probably be the biggest. You're probably right, GR. But I'm excited about Daredevil Born Again because Daredevil Born Again comes out this March, guys. What's up, Thumper? How you doing? And this March, it'll come out. Now D'Onofrio said some things, guys, and also Charlie Cox and some stuff. Let's start with D'Onofrio. Let's just start with Charlie Cox. That makes more sense. While we do that, guys, I'm going to add a little bit of Daredevil music. Why not? There we go, guys. Let's talk some Daredevil. So Charlie Cox said this, guys, that made a lot of fans worried right now. Recently, he was doing an interview, and he was talking about everything Daredevil right now, and of course, season 2 coming. And when he was talking about the second season, he called it the final season. He went in there, he said, particularly, there's something we did this final season that doesn't exist in the comics. So it is unique to our show. And then after that happened, all of a sudden, D'Onofrio went nuts and got in there and started talking about it. And he was like, guys, let's address this right now because there is a good chance for a third season. It's just too early to tell, but it's very likely. I believe Charlie meant that the last season was actually the last season that we shot, meaning the second season. Yet this term for final season was probably used out of context. It might be a bit confusing, but Charlie and I have discussed and both agreed that there's still a very good chance that a third season will be coming, guys. So what do you believe? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Aren't most Marvel shows limited as it is? Yeah, most are, but they were supposed to do 3 seasons of this right off the bat when they first picked this up to come back. And then they changed a bunch. They were going to do 18 episodes, and they changed that down to we got the 8 in the first season, and they have 8 for the next one. And then they were talking about a third season, but now, again, because the first season, the ratings weren't as big, at least 3. That was the idea, David Campbell. World quick session. Would the other side of the world get movies first? Because nobody too. Okay, I gotcha. Wheelchair Gamer says, yeah, do other people get it first? Sometimes things get released overseas first, and sometimes they release here first. It depends on the release. Sometimes it goes overseas first, for course. It's a weird thing how that happens. Overseas will get it, then it'll trickle here. It's just because of the day and how it works out. They'll usually get it sometimes early before us. And also, yeah, that was it. Okay, tomorrow, yeah. I don't know what tomorrow's about. At least three. But I will say this too. I think that we had an idea for at least 3 seasons. The first season didn't do as well. And when the first season doesn't do well, they already had season 2 picked up. They were about to start shooting, so that wasn't going to cancel. But we had a massive redo on this GR. We've talked about this before. We fired the showrunner. We hired a new showrunner. And then after that, they started changing the trajectory of the show so it matched in line with more of the original series, which is why I think that the end and the beginning of that season is so much better than it was because what it could have been because they started changing things to be in line with the original series. Now, if it would have gone the way it was going to go, it was going to be like a procedural and it was going to be like She-Hulk pretty much. It was going to be She-Hulk. And nobody wanted She-Hulk in Daredevil. Nobody wanted that. And I really hope, and I believe with D'Onofrio that once the fans see the second season, a third season will come. Now, people in the trades are running saying, oh, Daredevil's canceled. I'm like, guys, take a breath, take a beat, hold on. It's not canceled. We have to see how the second season does. That's where they're at, right, GR? A lot of shows are in that boat where you get a season, you release it and see what happens, doesn't mean it's canceled. It means we're waiting to see how the audience responds. Do you think this is canceled, GR?
Well, no, I think that they'll pull it out. I mean, they're bringing the character back that they killed off, which was kind of weird to begin with.
Talking about
And I
Foggy,
think
right?
that's why. Yeah. I mean, that was the biggest mistake they made in the first season.
Yeah, and he wasn't even going to be in the show at all, though. That was the other thing, too. They were going to just have him be like dead and never even see him, which I thought was a bad idea. But then they just killed him off, just like that. It was shocking. It was shocking, wasn't it, GR?
Yeah, it really turned me off to the beginning of the series. I mean, I went through it all in the end, but Foggy was a major part of what made Daredevil what it was.
He was the heart and soul
Those
of it,
three
right?
characters. Well, those three characters interacted so well, and he was a critical part of the series, and they killed him off in the first episode.
Yeah, you were very you were. I'm like, Gio was pretty good. And you're like you called me. You were so mad. They killed Foggy already. I'm like, what? I'm like Brian, I think I'm done with this show. And I'm like, wait, give us some time. Give us some time, GR. What we got in the chat. Let's see. We're getting Wicked for good early. That'll be a good one. David Campbell also said, "Are you going to watch Nobody?" Or no, Wheelchair Gamer said, "Are you going to watch Nobody 2?" I'm going to check out Nobody 2. It's coming to theaters. That was only digital release, the first one, and the second one got a theatrical release. I love that as well. Wheelchair Gamer, don't know yet. Anybody remember some shows take 2 to 3 years for a new season instead of later that year? It does. Sometimes it takes much longer. But killing Foggy off, I think, upset a lot of people. But I think that the biggest thing here, though, is they're on the right path, GR. And I think the fans are excited about that. The later episodes did better when the streaming came out. And I think that the word of mouth is going to change with the second season. I think this next season is going to blow up. I think it's going to be big, GR. And once it's big, I think that third season is going to happen just like that.
It's amazing how Foggy came back from the dead.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's so funny that the showrunner was like, yeah, Foggy's in the next season. And people are like, well, maybe it'll be in a flashbacks. Maybe it'll be only like he's there, but he's not. He's still dead. They'll find a way around that. I think there's a whole storyline in here, too. You probably know this, GR. The storyline about how Foggy's trying to take down some crime syndicate. And so he fakes his own death. And then he goes away, and then he comes back later. Even Matt doesn't know, and I think Karen knows, and that's it. And Karen's hiding it. That's why she disappears as well. You think that's a trajectory they could go to, GR?
Yeah, I think the other way was that they put him in witness protection.
Yeah, and then he's hidden away.
They faked the death.
Yeah, which could be. I mean, but it looks pretty like he's gone in the show. But they can do things. It's a TV series, right? It's a TV series. People die in TV series all the time.
The magic of Hollywood.
Yeah. David Campbell says, "I hope Fisk's wife gets what's coming for her." Oh, Vanessa. She might take it out. That would really change the whole trajectory. But I know, I was talking to Jordan about this, GR, about Fisk's wife. Apparently in the comic books, they have a kid and they have a family, and she's very big in that. David Campbell, is that true too? And so he's like, I don't think they'll take Vanessa out. So I was having a conversation with Jordan. I'm going to get Jordan on here sometime too. Oh my God, the star of the show, the dog. J.E. say the dog.
You make me blush.
Well, Pepe's got a lot of fans,
He really does. Pepe, people love the Pep Star, right? Pep Star?
Shambon.
Yeah, people love it. But you know what? Pepe's never going to go, right? Right, Pepe? Never going to go away?
Never gonna happen.
Never going to happen. Also, let's see what else said there. They took out Pedro Pascal on that HBO show. Oh, The Last of Us. They did. And he's not coming back. That was also in the video games they took him out in The Last of Us. There's a lot of drama there too, GR. We talk about that in the show.
Yeah,
people are not happy.
You know what? Well, they miscast the female lead.
Oh, that was a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Bella Ramsey. People are not happy about Bella Ramsey playing Ella. And they weren't mad. They weren't happy about Abby either. And Abby's supposed to be like this big buff girl, and she wasn't that. And they were talking about Florence Pugh being that character too, which Florence wouldn't have been good in that part. I like Florence Pugh, but she's way too tiny. She's like 5'5". You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's vertically challenged, let's say the least.
She's a tough girl, but I just don't see her being that part. Yeah, she is in the comics. That's what David Campbell's saying too about that. Better Campbell happy about Pedro being taken. The dog is happy too. Dog's always happy. Listen to this, GR. JE said that I bet David Campbell was happy that they took out Pedro Pascal on that TV show.
Oh.
He had a mustache.
I like the viewers.
The viewers are
Well,
great.
in that role, it didn't matter, you know.
Yeah, he's not as pivotal as he in the series he was taken out as opposed to the video games here. In the video games he was taken out as opposed to the actual like comics and Marvel. Like he's gonna be a big part moving forward for a long time. You know, he's not going anywhere. David Campbell said yes, he enjoyed watching Pedro get taken out in that. Pepe, what do you think about all this Marvel talk, man?
Marvel, Marvel, Marvel.
I know, buddy. Pepe, you got some spoilers about Marvel too, right? I know Pepe worked on a Marvel show recently, GR. I don't know if I told you about that. He was working on a show, and I told him, guys, you got to bring that to the Kickin with KRUSE. Come on, Pepe, you got some scoops for us?
Loose lips sink ships.
Okay, so I guess he's not going to tell us anything, huh, GR?
Probably not. You know how he is.
Yeah, I know. He's like that too.
I'll mess you up, buddy.
Pepe,
Just don't call him the B word. You know how he gets.
He does not like that. He'll go after you, GR. He will go after you right now, and you will not be able to deal with that.
Someone mute his microphone. Just cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Oh, Pepe, come on, man. Come on. More blue outfits. Pepe's got all the outfits, too. He really does. I wouldn't give you spoilers either. Yeah, we don't need spoilers out here. Pepe's not going to give you any kind of spoilers. He's a quiet dog when it comes to that. But I do think that this whole thing is blowing up online because people like to run with clickbait headlines. And that's what it is, clickbait headlines. See it all the time with the Marvel stuff. And I see it with this too. And I saw like one guy online was like, Daredevil canceled, then somebody else canceled, and it's like because Charlie Cox said final season, he probably meant just like I guess D'Onofrio said the final season, the last season they were working on. I don't think he meant to be like this is canceled. GR, do you think he had anything in his mind that he was trying to say this is canceled?
It gets him some news. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it does. It keeps them relevant right now. They got some time till March comes out, till Daredevil actually happens again, until he's born again one more time. I am excited for the new season, Jared. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You're skeptical?
I'm knocking on some wood here, Brian.
Was the last Sonic the Hedgehog 3, was that the last of the Sonic movies, Wheelchair Gamers asking? Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
I hope so.
GR said, I hope so. There is rumors they're doing another one. There is rumors, and they set it up where Shadow wasn't done yet. And also another thing that I can tell you about that too is Jim Carrey said he would come back. And he retired between 2 and 3 guys. He said he was retired, he was done, he wasn't coming back, but he said he would come back for another one now. And I think they will do more. Just like we're getting more Deadpool, or Daredevil, and more Deadpool too. They're not going to stop that. They're not going to stop that machine, guys. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog is making so much money, GR. It's a massive hit. Billions of dollars. The kids love him.
Well, the kids do, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll make them for the kids, yeah.
And David Campbell, have you watched another Dexter Resurrection? I'm all caught up. I saw the last one with what happened with the Gemini killer stuff. That's crazy. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm digging it, David Campbell. Are you digging this anymore? Or are you still hating on the new Resurrection? It's so much better than New Blood. It is true that I won't be spoiling. Yeah, don't spoil anything for anybody. You guys try to get things out of me for F4 and refuse. Sonic 3 also on Prime. Yep, also on Prime. I am not hating it. Yeah, David Campbell, I'm not hating it either. GR, I've been telling you, the new Dexter's pretty good. I don't think you've watched it yet, right? You still haven't checked it out, or did you pop it on finally?
No, I mean, I love the original. And I loved what should have been our sequel, but yeah, oh well.
Yeah. Harrison's better this season. Harrison's so much better than he was last season. Last season, I was like, oh, this guy, he's like whiny, but Deb was whiny too last season. I mean, Harry's a little whiny this season too. It's nice to have Harry back as his conscious, but it's still a bit, it's slow to start, but it's getting better.
You're still the best Harrison, Brian.
Thank you, Jared. Give that a round of applause. J80's action. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to see something fun, you can watch on, I'll drop it in a link, maybe next show, Harrison, where you can see what we did. Harrison, we did a spinoff of Dexter. I play Harrison Morgan. GR plays a priest in there that I take out. We also have people that are on my other shows that pop in. So you'll probably recognize some people as well. I'm probably going to have Ron on here too at some point. He'll have to pop in and at one point and join us on Kickin with KRUSE too and see what he thinks. You don't? Yeah, I think it'll be fun. But I do think that I love that D'Onofrio came forward with this though too, GR, and was like, you know what? I think it's just like something he said. We're excited about it. We have ideas for a season 3. If they can make money and do a season 3, it's going to happen, GR. There's no world that I feel like that won't happen, you know? And they spent all this time bringing it back already. Why cancel it now? Why cancel it now? Unless it tanks.
They're not stupid. If it's making money, they're going to make more of it.
Yeah. That's what always happens in Marvel, like I said. And the mouse will always try to make money, guys. Right, Pep
Squirrel!
Yeah, buddy. Squirrel. Peppy, you got to calm down, man. You got to just chill out.
It's Pep Star time!
No, it's not Pep Star time. It's time to talk about Marvel.
The Pep Star is Brat.
Pepe, come on.
Back off me, son!
All right, I'll back off you. Guys, what do you think? You excited? Money talks. And of course, Marvel never walks when it can make money. The dog needs a spinoff. You know, Pep Star could do a spinoff. I don't know what it'd be. You talking about like a Pep Star animated series, GR? Would you watch that, huh?
Oh, God, please.
It's awesome to see the chat so active tonight.
I'll put it this way, Brian. It'd be a bitch to make.
Oh, GR. Leave him alone, GR.
For those of you that don't know, that's an inside joke to the KRUSE CONTROL show.
Yeah, Pep Star, I think he'd be great on a TV show.
Oh, brilliant motherfucker.
Oh, okay, buddy, don't say that. Don't say that, Pep Star. I'm going to censor you, buddy. Pep Star, you got to watch your mouth, man. We're live on Kickin with KRUSE. We got to watch our mouth. Peppy's a little fiery sometimes. On a streaming app, it would be better than Krypto. That's what David Campbell's saying. And on a streaming app, where do you guys make all the movies and episodes in the same building in Hollywood? How do we make them? Oh, we make them based off when we do stuff. We have low budget stuff when we make it. We get people that come together. And right now we've been focusing on the podcast stuff though. When we actually do them, we'll bring producers in sometimes that actually have funding, and we'll also bring in we'll do casting, do all that. We've done a project in a long time. It's just too much. It's so much time, GR. It's so much time and effort to actually do those. This has kind of been our new avenue right now. This already takes a lot of time. A lot of time as it is, but I'm happy to be here. We're all happy to be here. Pepsi's happy to be here.
Pep Star Shalama-ding-ding music!
Yeah, good to be here, guys. I think there's more Daredevil coming, guys. Get ready for it. And guys, we got to keep you posted on something else, because something else that we've been talking about quite a bit, and we keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up because, again, there's so many rumors, is James Bond. And there's another guy that's rumored to be James Bond, and it's going to be a big curveball in the whole trajectory for Shaken, Not Stirred. Can we talk about that in our feature story of the night? Getting used to it, G. I'm getting used to it. But anyways, guys, I do want to talk about this because if you know James Bond, we've been having conversations about Tom Holland, Tom Holland maybe is going to be like James Bond. We've had that conversation quite a bit, and it keeps popping up in my algorithm. I'm actually talking about this too, which has been kind of blowing me nuts. I don't know why that's what keeps happening, guys. But we do have a new casting idea out there that's been leaking online just recently. And I have never heard of this guy before. So when I hear this, I'm like, is this true? But, sometimes we talk about like maybe giving a new person a chance. So I'm like, I'm all about giving someone else a chance to be James Bond and not having it to be anybody that's been like so oversaturated in the network too. So here you go. Let's talk about this, guys. So guys, this came on the trades that the Bonds, Denis Villeneuve's new Bond movie, that somebody actually already auditioned to play James Bond. Now, we already talked about how Peaky Blinders, Stephen Knight's writing this right now. He's working on it for the next year. And during that time, Denis is going to finish up the Dune franchise that he knows. And then once he finishes Dune 3, which is not Messiah, maybe Messiah, then he'll move over to James Bond, and we'll get much more news about, of course, who will be playing Bond. But this came out in the trades recently that now a rumored person audition for it is redhead actor, 37-year-old, guys, Scott Road Marsh. 37. Now, this guy right here. Now, here's something that doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, all the trades have been saying, who that? I know, right? Who is this guy? No name for Bond, though. No, that's what David Campbell says. I follow Marvel, but there's no new news. We bring as much news as we can there, David Campbell and Wheelchair Gamer. But this guy right here, this guy, Scott Rose Marsh, apparently this redhead actor was brought in sometime in late June, right now, to read sides from 1995's GoldenEye to be playing Bond. So even like those sides to perform as Bond and to actually audition for just hired director Denis Villeneuve. And at that point, he was told that he was going to tackle those pages from that script and don't be a generic Bond. Find your way to play James Bond right now. And they told him not to actually get too close to any Bond you've seen before. Don't impersonate a previous Bond and make your own trajectory for that. And, the trades are trying to, this came on the trades, but the studio is trying to deny this actually happened. They're saying, no, we never saw this before. This isn't true. But it did leak right now. Can this be true? That the whole thing's been saying, of course, is be like a 20-year-old, somebody that'd be playing it. And now we have a 37-year-old that might be up for it, which does match more in line with what James Bond usually is. Look at, Daniel Craig was 35. No, he was 36 or 37 when he actually was cast as James Bond. So that would make more sense for going with that Bond age. James Bond is a ginger. I'm seeing in the chat by J.E. He'd probably play a villain. Oh, that's that whole, I see what you're doing there too. I hope it's not true, David Campbell said. Now, I've never really heard this guy before. He was in 2021's Code of Silence, 2022's Wolves of War. He also appeared on television shows such as The Outlaws, Chloe, and Y.R. Ambergurf? I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Same to you.
Yeah, right. I don't know how you'd say that, GR. But redhead James Bond, guys. This is out there. I'm giving a womp. I'm giving you a round of applause.
Brian, there's this thing called hair dye.
That's also true. I hope it's not true, David Campbell says. Wheelchair Gamer says, y'all don't believe any rumors or links. We don't believe them. We talk about them sometimes, though, too. This came out from like a pretty big source out there. That's why I want to talk about it, too. Anyhow, anything's possible. He was awful in The Outlaws. Yeah, I saw The Outlaws, too. I like The Outlaws as a show. You're right. That's right. I'm trying to think about who was in The Outlaws again, David Campbell, because I'm trying to think about who he played in The Outlaws. I know I saw all of that, but I can't even picture him. He's very forgettable in my eyes, I guess. But and also we've been saying that we've been going to have a 20-year-old something, a 25-year-old. We were talking about we love a bad boy. That's what J.E. says. But in the Outlaws, they were saying, well, not Outlaws, but in all the trades and everything else, and Denise said this, and all the producers said that it was going to be a 27-year-old. We got Tom Holland up for that, too. Harrison's up for that, too. Who else was also that? The guy from Ella Dory is up for it, too. What do you think, GR? We hear about this. I just don't see this being, and of course the chat's not excited about this either, which I just don't think this being a thing. The one thing that's good about this, that I do see this, is maybe they're actually thinking about, or they were thinking about, having an actual 30-some-year-old doing it, and then they changed their mind. Maybe? Do you see anything behind this, GR, that you can find any kind of positivity with this James Bond rumor at all?
The only good thing I can see to it at this point, because I don't know the guy's work. I would admit that. But it would be an unknown. So that's giving somebody that's not a name, if you will, a chance, and that's a good thing. Yeah, but I think they definitely have to dye the hair. I don't think they could go with that red hair.
Yeah, I think people would go nuts. Sup, Nick Wayne? How you doing? Welcome back, Nick Wayne. The chat says, hope it's not true. Awful in The Outlaws. We love a bad boy. Gen Z looking older. And not that I'm good. Oh, here's what David Campbell says. And not that I'm good thing to be forgetting an actor. That's not going to be Bond. I know it's not good to forget about an actor who thinks it may be Bond. David Campbell, I watched Street Outlaw. What that is. WWE is going to start charging $30 for a pay-per-view, Nick Wayne. I know they're going to start doing that. We talked about it on the show too. $30 for ESPN. Time to watch an AEW. Yeah, Nick Wayne's on AEW, GR. He's an AEW wrestler that pops in here too. We can watch it on YouTube. Welcome to the show, Nick Wayne. GR, happy to see you. Happy to have Nick Wayne here too, GR.
Always good viewers.
I think, though, you're right. They probably dye his hair. Like, here's another picture of him, too. They might dye his hair. He looks a little bit older than actual Daniel Craig did when he was James Bond. I got a few pictures of him here, too. But, like, I just don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, I know he is a British actor, which is another big deal, too, because they want a British actor. And here his hair is not as red.
That picture is more a Bond picture, that one.
Yeah, told you Gen Z looks older. That's what he said. Oh, yeah, I told you because he is Gen Z. He said, I told you Gen Z looks older. That's what J.E.'s saying. Holland is would be 100 times better, David Campbell says. Ooh, that's a big statement, GR. It's a big statement that Tom Holland would be 100 times better. Okay. So what do you think about this? So do you think that they're actually thinking about maybe there's lies about them being a 20-year-old person, GR, that maybe will actually cast a 35, 36-year-old James Bond?
Knowing studios, they can do anything they want,
Yeah.
And would a studio lie? I mean, come on.
No, never. I mean, Amy Pascal, would she ever lie? Amy Pascal, our Spider Girl, our Spider producer herself. I don't think so. Maybe. But I look at this.
That's like asking me if actors ever retire.
Yeah, GR, do actors ever retire? Huh?
Oh, yeah, for about 20 seconds.
And they're right back. I think this guy... This is, again, the rumor mills go crazy about this. Everyone's talking about James Bond. It's just what happens these days. And we're going to hear more. This is fascinating because this went a long time until this actually came out. And if he did audition with the GoldenEye script, that's fascinating. I need more information. I need more people talking about this. I bring this up because it popped up into a pretty big trade, and so I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation about it. But I do feel like this is not the trajectory they're going. And if you do think this guy is good in anything, which again, David Campbell doesn't think so, I don't think he's. I forgot he was even in Outlaws. Like I'm like, okay, Outlaws, this guy. I should probably look up a picture of him from Outlaws and see if I recognize him, GR, because I am just like. I can't even picture what he played in Outlaws at all, which is an unfortunate thing. It's a very unfortunate thing,
Like I said, I don't know any of his work ever.
I don't know anything about him. I listened to it, but that's also a good deal. I think there's a good deal there too. There's something that we should think about that. We need to start casting people that are no names for some of these big parts. Like GR said it earlier, these big time parts that we need a no name person to take over. No, doesn't need to be a celebrity to be James Bond. James Bond sells that in its own. Give somebody another chance to rise up, become a star, and actually grow their star meter, guys. That's what I'm saying. If you don't do that, we're never going to get new actors in Hollywood. We're never going to have more movie stars. We're just going to have the same people all the time, more Chalamets controlling the business and not ever anybody else giving a chance to rise, thrive, and drive their business forward. We need more new people. We need more new actors. See ya, Wheelchair Gamer. Good to have you here. It's almost 2 p.m. I get to get things done. I will be at a wedding tonight, Wheelchair Gamer. I'll be at a wedding, dancing the night away with my really good friends, McKay, who getting married tonight in Temecula. So I got to leave. Actually, we get done live. I'm going in my car, and I'm driving 2 hours pretty much once we wrap today. So it's going to be a whole thing. Are they bringing in Judi Dench? They should bring Lady Judi Dench back, GR. Bring her back.
She is such a talent.
She really is.
I like her in anything.
She really is. What's up, peeps? How you doing? How's happy birthday? It's almost someone's birthday, guys. Almost someone's birthday. Good to have peoples in the chat, guys. Welcome, guys, to Kickin with KRUSE as always. I'm not sure about this guy, but again, I will tell you right now, if we cast him as an unknown, I think we're going to love it so more. I think that people will be excited about it. I think we're going to have, more new buzz around James Bond. If you cast Tom Holland, yes, Tom Holland's great and all. Yes, David Campbell, I think he'd be 100 times more. Yeah, but I don't think he's James Bond. Yeah, and David Campbell says Judi Denc's amazing.
Brian, I don't remember his name, but we've talked about it so much. I think that Australian guy.
Oh yeah, Aladori. I can't. I always butcher his last name.
Yeah, something I don't want to butcher it either, so I'll just. But that young man has got the look, the build. He's got it all going on.
We need Valerie here. She could help us out with that. I get Valerie on TikTok here too. She'd probably love it, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
She's our. For those of you that don't know, she's our Gen Z cast member on KRUSE CONTROL.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling her the Gen Z correspondent. I think that's gonna be her new name on the show. I gotta start finding names for everybody. Gr, I was thinking about this. We got Valerie can be the Gen Z correspondent. Sean is our comic book king. I don't know what I call Mike yet. I gotta call Mike our resident intellectual.
I want to be artist.
I want to be artist. I was calling the resident intellectual before, so maybe I start calling him that again. The resident intellectual. I don't like call Ronald. What do I call him? I don't know. You're the thirsty daddy. We gotta have names for everybody.
And that's thanks to a viewer.
That's thanks to a viewer. Yeah, guys. So GR's name on we call him the thirsty daddy. There was a viewer that was watching the show. It actually came down from like Pedro Pascal, which is kind of hilarious. Pedro Pascal. People were asking about what do they call Pedro Pascal. They're calling like people are thirsting for him. That was like a whole thing for a while, the thirst thing, which I still don't understand. And we were trying to figure it out. We were going back and forth, GR, about what they actually call him. And Thirsty Daddy came up. And we're like, GR's more of the Thirsty Daddy than anybody else. And then they're like, Thirsty Daddy in the chat. And then GR became GR the Thirsty Daddy. And that was it, guys. From that point forward, GR will always be key named or code named GR Waters, the Thirsty Daddy, guys. It's always fun.
And of course, I never drink.
Oh, gee. No, he never does. Yeah, him is his bestie, Moon Knight. Oh, the Moon Knight, yeah. Guys, I love it all much, but this whole James Bond thing is going to keep going. This will not stop anytime. But guys, I appreciate you guys for always being here. Thank you for all the love today. Like, follow, share, help us crack this algorithm on Kickin with KRUSE, your one-stop shop for entertainment talk, the Entertainment Nation on TikTok. I'm going to tell you guys, I love the idea of James Bond. We have to find out who's going to be cast. So come on, give us somebody. But I love talking about James Bond. I love talking about Marvel, all of this with you guys all day long, every day here on TikTok. I'm going to tell you tomorrow morning, it might be rough, guys. I really want to be here tomorrow morning, but it might be rough. I'm going to the wedding tonight. There's going to be a lot of consumption happening and a lot of dancing.
Just don't overdo it.
I'm going to try not to. I'm being Temecula. I got to get home too, you know? So I'm going to be at an Airbnb. So I got my butt home somehow too. Adele should do the theme song. I hope Adele does the theme song. David Campbell. I hope she does. That's near me. J.E., you're by Temecula? I'll be down by Temecula tonight. I'm going to go out in the town probably after the wedding if I'm surviving after that. We'll see. But yeah, I love all of it. I love being here. Tomorrow might not be here in the morning, even though of course the boost is tomorrow, GR, in the algorithm at like 11 o'clock. And I'm going to be like probably sleeping or driving like this. I might come live from my car, guys, while I'm driving if it's 11 a.m. and just go live for like as I'm driving. Like, this is what you're getting, guys. I'm just going to rant for a while as I'm driving. I might just do that, you know? What do you think, GR?
I can see that. I can see you doing that.
Yeah. I like how J.E. says, you sleep? I do sleep once in a while. J.E., GR, I love J.E. out here. Right? He sleeps. David Campbell says, right? He sleeps. These guys know. They see me here. I tell them, like, so, but J.E., he'll watch me on the live chat and TikTok here. And then he'll catch me over selling Nero gum. Then he'll catch me at night after KRUSE CONTROL doing it again. He'll be like, dude, are you always live? I'm like, tell my agent that. Like, I do a lot. I'm live all the time. I'm trying. We're trying to build this entertainment nation here on TikTok, one day at a time, every day. And I thank you guys for being here on King of KRUSE. Appreciate you guys as always. It was a fun show. Yeah, I have to technically go 6 more minutes, GR, before I get my 2 hours in.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
5 minutes and 40 seconds. We got a little late start today. This whole thing, guys, I'm going to tell you, it's about 8 p.m. where you're at, David Campbell. How was your day, David Campbell? David Campbell's actually a professor, GR, too. He's helping teach Scotland's youth right now. Isn't that awesome?
What's he teach?
David Campbell, you want to give us some more? I can't remember what David Campbell's teaching. What are you teaching there, David Campbell? Let us know some more if you feel open to it. Arush, welcome back. Good to see you, Arush. Haven't seen you in a while, Arush. And Jay, the whole sleeping thing is overrated, right? GR, it's overrated. We don't sleep here. International politics. That's right. International politics. The university kids. That's right.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. International politics. Love that, David Campbell. You've been doing papers tonight. You've been grading papers, or how you doing? You having a nightcap there, David Campbell? We were talking about movie theaters having booze too, GR, about how a lot of places don't have it, which is crazy. Every theater should have a bar. We love that. GR went to that movie theater.
I'll drink to that.
First time, right? We went to that one, GR. You're like, there's a bar here? I'm like, yeah, there's bars in movie theaters now, GR. It's great.
It's a little different than my day back in
what, the Dark Ages.
Watch it. But yeah, the Dark Ages.
No.
We make the joke, Brian, but it's true. The first time I went to a theater and had to pay my own way, you know how much it cost me?
How much was it, GR?
25 cents.
That's crazy. Now it's $20 and like $25. I mean, usually the one we go to is like 18 or 9. I think it's $19.50 or something like that now. Like matinee price. Yeah. Matinee price? What is that? It's not a matinee price. David Campbell says he's having a beverage right now. Get it, David Campbell. Get it. Also, some do it in Inland Empire. Oh, okay, Inland Empire, you see that, some bars too. Also, they have the bars over here. David Campbell has said, yeah, too. $11 to $15 when you go.
Yeah, they have real bars, Brian.
They have real bars. Yeah, we have that bar's small at that theater, but I would love if they had real bars. Like have it like a full, like, I think movie theaters would do better, GR. I think they do better if you had like a full bar right there and you had like a whole sitting area and booths and maybe you had a restaurant there too. I think they would do great. And then people would go see a movie, dinner and a movie right there. That would be awesome. Why not?
There's a few of those around, but not too many.
Yeah, they're really not. Jay saying Temecula, Redlands, Ontario, etc. They all have them. Like their first ones are like $11 to $15 for an opening movie. For like that's their matinee price. I think you can get the cheapest here is like $16.50. I think I've seen for a matinee price. But on Tuesdays, AMC's do like a big deal where you get it for much cheaper. But I have a Regal pass. So, and then also I'm working, guys, on a Tuesday. There's no time to go to a movie on a Tuesday. There really isn't. I wish there was, but there really is no time for it too. Well, GR, what's your favorite topic from tonight? What stood out the most to you or today?
I think the Bond stuff was the highlight for me.
You still don't think there's any truth to that guy?
I don't see it, but it's Hollywood, Brian. Anything's bloody possible.
Anything's possible. It really is. But anyways, guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. We gotta start closing up shop right now, and I have to get on the road. I have to leave like in a half hour, GR. I think at max I can take an hour, but I want to get on the road in like a half hour. Can it happen? I don't know if I can move my butt that fast. I'm gonna try, GR. I'm gonna try. I'm going to get around and get moving. So thank you guys for being here on Kickin with KRUSE, guys. I appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great day today. Like I said, tomorrow might be a later show. I might do like a Friday evening show. And then and our normal KRUSE Control is getting punted over to Saturday right now. So if you guys want to check us out over there, we'll have a panel back on Saturday. As of now, unless this guy's way too tired and I can't do another show, we'll see. I'm going to try my best. We're going to see what happens. This next week, I have a lot of gum to sell next week, GR. They already told me there's a lot of gum to sell. Oh my God, guys. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here. And also, thank you, GR Waters, the Thirsty Daddy. Thanks for being here, GR. Hope you had a great time tonight. Today.
I did, Ryan. Or today. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, GR.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh. There he goes. El Segundo, too. It's funny on the vertical format, isn't it, GR?
It's a different look than what we're used to when you do the night show.
Yeah, it's a lot different look. I think it works, so it's fun. Good. David Campbell said "Stone Cold" and a smiley face, and then also we got a lot of round of applause from JE. Thanks, guys, for being here. Appreciate you.
And for the record, that was Stone Cold's beer.
Yeah, that was. That's a Broken Skull stuff right there too. GR's got that. Guys, thanks for being here, guys. As always, see you back here, guys. Thanks again. Like, follow, share. Help us crack this algorithm. Be back again tomorrow. I'll send you a video what time. Again, I hope they can pop in the morning. It just depends how tonight goes. I'm going to have a good time tonight. I'm actually going to relax a little bit. I took off from selling some gum today, and I'm going to go celebrate my friend falling in love, and it's an amazing thing. So I'm excited for it. And I'm excited to have you guys back here day in and day out every time. Happy Thursday, guys. Take care of yourselves. I will see you next time. But until then, everybody, see ya.